Society changes all the time, and as those changes occur, we need to find better ways of doing things. We cannot relax, we cannot quit, and that's one of the beauty things about research. But for us, we're not just a research organization. We have strong commitment to ensuring that the research we do and the research that is done on Africa actually does inform how we do things and what we do. And so the link between research and policies and research and programs is an area we've continued to pay strong attention to. We also are committed to seeing that many other institutions in Africa have the capacity to contribute to this knowledge base and knowledge generation.
Turn to your neighbor and say, neighbor, may you never be so high that your toilet flies. Hallelujah. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome Ms. Gif Malunga, who is the UNFPA Deputy Representative to Kenya, to come and say a few things about how good this award is and how we worked hard to get it. And what happened to the $1 million.
At the global level, UNFPA is engaged with the APHRC as well. They've helped UNFPA to develop a gender-based violence and harmful practices framework in the Horn of Africa. UNFPA is convinced that people are at the center of development, and for us, everyone counts. We are very proud to be associated with APHRC because this is the agenda that they are also driving. More importantly, we are very pleased that APHRC are generating evidence that helps decision makers in planning as well as policy development. We feel that these are key pillars of effective development.
APHRC is it's one of those rare organizations that collects relevant and solid data to describe in very good scientific terms the nature of a challenge, of the health challenge that we're facing. I mean, there aren't many organizations that collect data over the long term to really help us understand the program so that when they analyze those data, they're able to provide really solid recommendations to decision makers about things that can be changed that will make a difference in people's lives.
For APHRC, the number 15 is quite significant to us in many different ways. About 2 decades ago, some people at the Rockefeller Foundation, and I consider them visionaries in a way, we are deeply concerned about the fact that there is very limited presence of African scholarship in global knowledge production and very little voice from Africa in global discourses, even of issues that are primarily focused on Africa. APHRC, as an independent entity, is 15 years old now. From its origin as a postdoctoral fellowship program, we have become an independent and autonomous research institution. In 2001, we became an autonomous institution and have since become a leading Pan-African research center headquartered here in Nairobi with active research programs in at least 20 countries in Africa.
APHRC's sort of signature give in this area is putting facts and figures to things that people talk about every day. So we talk about the challenges of urban poverty, we talk about the challenges of urban health. APHRC has been able to tell us exactly how well or how badly we are actually doing on some of those indicators.
Until we have in this continent people who think differently from the mainstream, people who want things to change rather than doing business as usual, this continent is not going to change. Because there's far too many things that we've done the same way, with the same results, and we have continued doing it. Whether it is in the way we do our elections, or the way we appoint the people who head institutions, or the way we fund our research, or the way we bring up our children. We must start thinking disruptively. And research is about looking for disruptive ways of doing things.
Actually, there is a different narrative for Africa, a narrative that recognizes the potentials and the resources and the people. I mean, it's not going to be all about crisis, all about poverty, all about disease and death and all that. Every single movie Africa is represented in is all about crisis, and but it needs to end. And the only way it can end is to create a different narrative that is based on evidence, a strong evidence base that can then help us look at a different future for our continent.
We must be bold enough to talk to our governments and tell them that they cannot do things the way they have always done it. We must deal with the basic issues if Africa is to take off.
Once you provide some of the resources and foundation for an idea to incubate and grow, then anything is actually possible. So when we think about what APHRC has done in terms of bringing the idea of credible researchers, credible African researchers, people who are doctoral fellows, I think that our support behind the scenes in terms of being a funding partner and a thought partner to APHRC has really been instrumental in terms of changing how people think about who holds information, right? That it is indeed African researchers, and I think that's a very powerful and strong narrative.
I think it's very, very timely that an organization such reputation, rigor, and dedication to making science make a difference in people's lives has received this award. And as I say, I'm delighted to be here this evening.
It's exciting. It's great to be part of this celebration and to know that APHRC has come of age and shall continue to keep growing on and to better and better. Congratulations APHRC and the whole team. Mubarikiwe.